Hey y'all, I'm starting a new series here on my Twitch called Niche PowerPoint Night, and I am incredibly passionate about the information that I'm going to share today. So today, I will be assigning Twitch streamers gay tribes and positions based solely on vibes and not physical appearance. She has a fucking horse cock. Like, twinks love to take their shirts off. They love to rip a shirt off. Isn't it so fucked up that we essentially replaced slave labor with prisons? She's destroying some pussy. Assumes position. He's like, okay, perfect. Let's do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, starting off strong, Hasan Piker. Hasan is a verse bottom circuit gay. Hasan is a known West Hollywood freakender, okay? He's partying West Hollywood before AustinShow even came out as gay. The man's used to frequent West Hollywood like, like he's some fucking Chaperone motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Like, he understood the Pink Pony Club reference before Chaperone even wrote the damn song. There have been many occasions that exemplify his bottom tendencies, but he's also open to topping, right? There's that really popular clip on TikTok.
No, I've told you this. I'm not a fan of... But then again, I've never actually dogged out a bottom that's ready, so who knows?
Damn, okay.
But he speaks on being open to, like, you know, exploring anal, but he just hasn't really tried it yet. That's the most verse bottom bullshit I've ever fucking heard. Verse bottoms have to be like, oh, like, girl, like, I'm a bottom, but like, you know, I'm open to topping, which is just like, oh, I'm a bottom, period. You know what I'm saying? Like, in my personal opinion, there is such thing as a verse bottom, but there also isn't. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers who take on the verse bottom title, they're merely saying it because they think it's gonna give them like a little bit of edge, like a little bit of clout. First and foremost, I think this clip really exemplifies Hasan being a bottom because no one is posted up with this much cake without the Lord intending it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Lord was very, very clear in giving Hasan this much cake that he was meant to be a bottom. Also, this is the most bottom verse I've ever seen. Let me make sure. Oh yeah, my desktop audio is slaying. Okay. Yeah. Like, y'all see the way that shit moves? Just wait a second. Just wait a second. That's loud. Okay, hold on. Hey, look at that. What I'm saying is this kind of shit. That's you know what I'm saying? That is some verse bottom behavior. Even the way that he's looking at Miz right now for inspiration. He has so much ass, you just got to figure out what to do with it more. You feel? No, exactly. Which is a very verse bottom trait. They recognize that the Lord gave them so much ass, and they so badly want to like appeal to the heteronormative component of topping. You know what I'm saying? They find validation in adding that verse title. But Hasan, we just need you to accept that you're a bottom. Yeah. Also, I want to acknowledge that Hasan, immediately going into this, put his ass essentially in Miss Kif's face, which is some verse bottom fucking behavior. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're about to bump purses right now. There's not an ounce of, there's not an ounce in Hasan's subtext that's like, oh, I'm about to put my penis inside of this ass. You know what I mean? Like, this is bumping purses energy. You know what I'm saying? I also have another really relevant TikTok as well.
I'm gonna fucking blow his back walls out, dude. He's gonna bottom for the first time after this.
This is to more speak to the fact that Hasan is interested, right, in topping and is willing to make topping threats. But at the end of the day, like, we all know if Hasan and Austin were in a room alone naked together, that they would be bumping purses. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be bussy on bussy action. Like, they would be inventing scissoring for men. I think it's hysterical. They even play like this with each other when they both realistically understand that, like, they're gonna bottom. Moving forward. ExtraEmily is a dom top bull. She walks around badass as fuck, holding that camera with a death grip. Very bull energy, the way she holds on to that fucking stick. Very bull energy. She's got quite the extensive grip strength, you know what I'm saying? And that shit really only comes with, like, really latching on to twinks and ass. She's also super strong. As this image dedicates, like, she's giving us very much Dorito energy. Like, she doesn't skip back day. Her favorite day is back day. Like, I think that's very dom top bull energy, you know what I'm saying? Like, I did pull this clip from Livestream Fail. I think this is really reminiscent of who she is as an individual, okay? She holds guns really well, and I think that is some gay bull behavior. Every gay bull that I've ever met is also a huge fan of the Second Amendment.
Oh, okay, I don't know what I'm talking about. And then you go bloop, and you go...
Like, look at that grip strength, you know what I'm saying? Like, she would not have something like that if she wasn't a dom top bull. Like, I'm sorry. Dom top bulls love to play with guns and they love to play with ass. Period. And I think she is probably the most important and most influential dom top bull on Twitch. Next, we have Kwan. Caroline is a gay wolf versus top, easily. She has otter tendencies, but she's shredded. So she fits within the wolf adjacent tribe. Gay wolves are notoriously not tech savvy. They often send blurry photos on Grindr, but when you see them in person, you're like, oh my God, you're actually really shredded. Like you see a gay wolf on Grindr, it's always a really blurry torso photo, okay? And when you decide to like meet up with a gay wolf like from Grindr, like you're kind of, you know, it's a little bit of gambling, you know what I'm saying? There's like this excitement to it because like they're either not as ripped as they low-key appear in the photo or they're shredded down. But gay wolf energy is actually low-key being shredded down. Please go ahead and notate the coat. I actually believe this to be faux wolf fur. I just think that she's really leaning in and showing her support for the gay wolf tribe. This is my proof that she's not technologically savvy.
I'm not gonna alt F4.
This is some gay wolf behavior. You know what I'm saying? They just really have no idea what the fuck is going on in the scope of technology.
No, guys, no, what? I just said it.
Yeah, like very easily convinced to alt F4, like just very gay wolf top energy. I think Caroline would bottom for the right person, right? But at the end of the day, like she's destroying some pussy. And when we talk about her partner later, you'll understand. And by later, I mean right down. Will Neff is easily the twinkiest bottom on this app. A, he's a fucking fashionista, all right? That's some gay ass fucking behavior, all right? The most notorious Will Neff gay bottom twink outfit for me was his outfit on the last day of the Streamer Awards. Motherfucker pulls up in a YSL 1 of 1 coat. The only other time I've ever heard YSL 1 of 1 was from my gay twink friend from college, all right? Will Neff is also notorious for showing hole and dying from showing hole. This photo, you'd think I pulled it from gay Twitter, but it's actually just Will Neff. This is actually readily available on Google Images. If you just look up Will Neff, I fear that this photo does come up. Twinks love to take their shirts off. They love to rip a shirt off. This was clearly originally a crop top before. Oh, and then you first and foremost. So this is actually a clip of Will bottoming for a sumo wrestler. Yeah, if you can see the grip that he has on Will's jockstrap. And Will is clearly struggling with the size of the sumo wrestler's penis, but that's pretty twink bottom coded. You know what I'm saying? Like they tend to grunt a lot, right? So I think that's like really specific and important within the context of understanding like his status as a twink bottom, and he's also very vocal, exactly, which is a twink bottom trait. And my other example, really impressive. So the only other person I know that can do this is me. And I'm not saying that I'm a twink bottom, all right? But this comes from experience, all right? This is not something that's just like easily achievable by the everyday individual. This comes from training. This comes from practice. This was instinctual. As someone who witnessed this in person live, it happened so smoothly. You would say it's for self-suck, right? I think like when we think about Will Neff, like he obviously shows whole and he dies and he's notorious for like dying from self-sucking. But actually, this is merely just his go-to position in bed. Caroline walks into the room. She's wearing that godforsaken coat. She walks in, she struts her stuff. Will immediately is like, oh yeah, I know. He assumes position. He's like, okay, perfect. Let's do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, like this, it was just too easy. Moving on, PeachJars. PeachJars has the biggest dick on Twitch, hands down. She is a daddy. PeachJars walks into a room. Every single twink at the club immediately head turns. She is swanging too, you know what I'm saying? She has a fucking horse cock. Like when she sits down, she has to tuck that shit. When she tucks too, you know what I'm saying? Like she gets a boner, she has to wrap that shit around her waist twice. First source that I wanted to share, I can't share on here because it's TOS, Twinks of Service. But needless to say, on said services, PeachJars is railing Twinks as a 9 to 5, and I can vouch for that. The other example of PeachJars being a daddy is just, this is actually a really recent clip. It's from Austin's Queen of the Hill.
I gotta go with Cuco, Peach. She doesn't have what it takes either, so.
First of all, when a daddy doesn't win at something, or when a daddy isn't helmed as like the best of the best, they tend to have a very visceral reaction. You know what I'm saying? It pisses them off. It's a very physicalized reaction. There's a lot of really intense testosterone-fueled anger, all right, when they're not regarded as the best.
Let's lock in.
All right, you've locked in Cuco. Ladies and gentlemen, Cuco is the queen of the hill. Give it up.
So much.
See that very visceral reaction from Peach? Very Dom top centered.
Cuco,
Here's
the queen of the
in this
hill.
call.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up.
She has to
For
take a breather.
Cuco. Oh shit, that's Nick's. That's Nick's.
Add you on Discord, Cuco.
Cuco, congratulations. You have won, Queen of the Hill.
She wouldn't eat your ass like I would have eaten your ass, Arky, and I hope you
I did
fucking
that for
remember that when
Arky,
you
and
get
I
a
did
dog
that for
shit rim
Jason.
job.
Let it be said, I did that for Arky and I did that for Jason. I sent it forward. Arky, check your fucking Discord right now.
Fuck you!
Arky, hey.
This is peak daddy behavior. Look at that tongue. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck does that tongue do? It eats ass. Moving on. Wake Wilder, a supreme otter. I don't have any video sources. I don't have anything to back this up. All y'all need to see is this fucking photo. This is the most otter bullshit I've ever seen in my entire life. The sheer top, otter behavior. The hair, otter behavior. The beard, otter fucking behavior. This pose in general, otter fucking behavior. And Wake Wilder's a verse. You know what I'm saying? Like, he gets very much verse energy. Like, if he needs to bottom, he'll bottom. If he needs to top, he'll top. But he's very demure about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's very flexible. You know, when he's fucking someone, he's like, well, listen, like, you do what you want to do, and I'll do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, exactly. He loves nature. He's kind of hipstery. You know what I'm saying? Like, when he's fucking you, he kind of has like a lot of like wisdom he shares too. You know what I'm saying? Like, he speaks a lot on like social politics when he's like either inside or taking dick. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's getting railed and he's speaking on, you know, like the prison industrial complex. You know what I'm saying? He's like, isn't it so fucked up that we essentially replaced slave labor with prisons? Or he'll speak on more so too, like the military industrial complex. He's like, isn't it so crazy how we negotiate with foreign powers? You know, when like after like you have sex with someone and like you're just kind of chatting, like the pillow talk phase of the evening, he takes that shit very seriously. He lights some incense, he checks in with you, makes sure that everything's all good. He's the first person to offer you the towel post sex. You know what I'm saying? He's got one under his bed and it's not crusty. It's very routinely washed. We're now entering the Twink rapid fire portion of the evening, where I'm going to rapid firing Twinks, because at the end of the day, like, I don't want to give Twinks more spotlight than they already fucking steal. Miskiff, a Twink. Miskiff post his beautification in Japan was even twinkier. You know what I'm saying? But Miskiff is a fucking twink. Canute is a fucking twink. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. This motherfucker is a twink. His energy gives twink. He takes a lot of, you know, care, all right? In terms of his appearance. He's always very well groomed. Sear is a fucking twink. You know what I'm saying? If PeachJars is a daddy, Sear's a fucking twink. Look at this photo. I didn't even need to find any fucking sources, because all I found when I typed in fucking Sear, this was one of the first photos on Google Images. And last but not least, I'm sure you all expected this, but I worked really, really hard on this last slide because I think it's really important that this message gets out there and that people stop calling this particular person a selfish top. I feel like you're really just doing a discredit to tops around the world by even giving him that title to begin with. AustinShow is a power bottom, hands down. He is the most power bottom coded person to ever exist. Motherfucker showed up as a giraffe to that one Save the Rainforest cabaret performance thing. That is the most fucking power bottom bullshit I've ever seen. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you doing with all that neck? You're putting dick down it. I think as all power bottoms are, they tend to be confused when they don't recognize that, like, they're, you know, at the club, they're grinding on someone. They're like, oh my God, this guy's so hot. I can't wait for him to top me. They can't recognize that he's another bottom. You know what I mean? Power bottoms don't have the ability to recognize and understand when another person is a bottom. They don't have a bottom radar at all. They just presume that any man who like remotely resembles a top is gonna want to eat their bus. No hesitation. He's just like, yeah.
Like this? Ho! Ho! There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what's Miskiff doing to his feet to make him react this way? Like, this is Austin admitting to seeing Canute's penis, and I just don't know in other contexts he would see someone else's penis.
It's not my
of
type,
this
but
capacity.
I'd say probably sexy. Because Canute doesn't give a fuck, and you know, look, Canute, can I just be honest? I know what you're, you know, Canute is well down, 100%.
Oh, I've seen
it. I've seen it unintentionally, but I've seen it.
You've seen Canute's penis. I'm just curious, like, in what context? That's kind of gay, first and foremost, but also that's very bottom behavior to be seeing penises of that capacity, and then to speak on it in such such fondness. You know what I'm saying? He had such a fondness in his voice. Very power bottom coded, and I think this is the most important clip of all. I'm just curious, like, why you bent over the tub like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, if his hole's slightly visible here, and you can tell it's very worn out.
Wake up, A cup, get your tits up in my makeup, face fuck, get your bake up, fake bluff, fake tough, niggas dicks up, put your six up for the motherfucking princess.